welcome to Zombie Wrench. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 most overlooked things when you buy a used car. First thing, before I begin or get into anything, I would like to stress that this is not a comprehensive guide or anything of that effect. This is the most overlooked individual things. If you are not mechanically inclined, you should go get it inspected, get a used car inspection, and any garage. Do not go anywhere that the dealer suggests that you go, because usually they have some sort of deal set up with that garage, and the garage doesn't want to piss them off, so they won't say anything's wrong with the car. I know this firsthand, because one of the garages I used to work with did the exact same thing. 2. First thing I want to talk about is if you're buying it from a dealer, research the dealer. Do not sign on the dotted line immediately. If you plan on looking at several different dealers, check out all those dealers, check out their Yelp reviews, check out the reviews on cars.com. Every single place that sells used cars a dealer can post will have a dealer review, whether it's Carfax or Auto Trader or Trading Post or anything. All of them have reviews. Check them all out. Do a simple Google search or Yelp review. Every dealer will have somebody who had a bad experience with them, but if you start seeing a trend where everyone has a bad idea or everyone has a bad issue with them, you might want to steer clear. And if they're pushing, and do not go to places like Alfred Motors or JD Byrider if you can go anywhere else, because they will charge you 20-30% interest on your loan. Hell, half the time that I've heard stories of them not even letting you pick out the car. They tell you what car you can afford. So unless you're completely screwed on your credit and have no other option, look elsewhere. First thing most people don't tell you about buying a used car is check and make sure you have a spare tire, your jack, your lug nut tools, all the emergency tools that should come with your car from the factory. Make sure it has a spare tire, make sure it has the tools you need to get the spare tire down if it's mounted underneath the car. You can take your lug nuts off, and a jack. All that should be included with any car you buy. If it's not in it and it's at a dealer, either A, don't get the car, or B, use it to negotiate the price on the vehicle. Because I know several people who have bought cars, a couple months later they have a flat on the side of the road, and they learn, hey, I don't have a spare tire, or I don't have a jack, or I don't have the tools I need to get the tire off so I can change it. Because that'll make for a very bad day. 2 is, do not buy a car, or 3 rather, do not buy a car that is plasti dipped or vinyl wrapped. Period. I'm not saying everybody does this, but I know quite a few people who will plasti dip a vehicle to hide the fact that the paint is fucked up. I know from experience, because when I bought this truck, it was plasti dipped flat black. I was shown pictures of what the truck looked like before it was plasti dipped. Lo and behold, when I tried to take the plasti dip off, I found out when they debadged it, all the emblems where they debadged were primered, and the tailgate was spray painted flat black underneath the plasti dip. So plasti dips, wraps, do not buy a car that is plasti dipped or wrapped unless it is a project vehicle and you are looking to paint it in. Number 2, this is a big one. If you are buying a used car and it is your daily driver, or you are a driver or anything like that, make sure it has the owner's manual. You would not believe how many people buy cars and sell cars without the owner's manual in it. A lot of people, oh, that's not a big deal, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, wait till you're sitting on the side of the road and you don't have the fuse diagram to change out your headlight fuse or your fuel pump relay or any of that crap, and you're trying to get reception on your cell phone to look up a diagram that you hope is correct. But if you have your owner's manual, you have all of that information in your glove box. Not to mention you have all that information, it also tells you how everything in a car works, how to reset all the lights, everything that you can do on your own instead of having to look it up, or it's all right there in your glove compartment. In an emergency situation, it tells you where your jack, spare tire is located, where lift point is, and if you are new to vehicles or new to driving, or you're just not that mechanically inclined with vehicles, it is an invaluable tool. I cannot stress it enough that if the dealer does not have the owner's manual in the vehicle, request that he get you one or negotiate it into the price, because they are kind of pricey or a serious pain to find in the secondhand market. I don't know how many of my friends I've had to go help them with their vehicles because they're having an issue and there's no diagram on the fuse box. You go to get the owner's manual, they don't have it. Then you spend an hour and a half on Google trying to make sure you find the right fuse box diagram. Just save yourself a ton of time and hassle and make sure you have your owner's manual when you buy your vehicle. And the number one thing I cannot stress that nobody tells you about buying a used vehicle, check and make sure that you have your lug lock key. I cannot stress this enough. If you're check your lug nuts, pull the center caps, do whatever you got to do, check the lug nuts. If it has locking lug nuts, make sure you get the key. Do not leave the lot. Do not sign on any dotted line until the dealer or the owner or whoever you're buying the vehicle from has the lug lock key, or they locate the lug lock key in the vehicle. I cannot stress this enough. You will end up spending a ton of money at a tire shop, not to mention a tire shop and a tow bill, the first time you have a flat and you can't get that tire off. Like when I bought this truck, it has custom rims with lug locks on every single stud. So that means there is 20 lug locks on here, and it would cost a fortune if I had to pay a shop to rip them off. I noticed this when buying it, negotiated it into the price, and then I bought one off the tow truck because I can do that. But this is something, if you are not a mechanic and you're a new driver, or you're just whatever and you don't know about vehicles, just make sure that every lug stud looks like a bolt. Looks like it has the 6 points, a hex that you just slide a regular socket on and you'll be fine. If it doesn't, if it looks weird or you have one that looks different than all the other ones, make sure you get the lug lock key. I cannot stress this enough.